Well, hello everybody. We're here today to demonstrate how to take a 3D object we got from SketchFab and convert it into a 3D object where the propellers actually rotate. We're going to be using Blender, we're going to be using Reality Converter, and we're going to be using Motion. And finally, taking all this to Final Cut Pro to go ahead and edit and make whatever scenes we want to make. All right, cool. I guess we can go ahead to our next topic. Okay, let's go on with this. We want to go to SketchFab. This is a shortcut down below. Click on that. Go ahead and go to where it says Download 3D Model and click on that. Yep, that one. Now where it says GLB, it's important, GLB, click on Download. Download. Okay, it's downloading. Let's go ahead and go to our download file and take a look at what we just downloaded. Okay, let's go to Downloads. There it is. There's the file. This is the file we'll be using when we go to Blender. Okay, onward to our next little lesson. Okay, I'm going to show you how to get Reality Converter if you don't already have it. This is their actual page. You can download it from just free of charge. And download. Alright, or alternately you could go to Google Drive and download it from there. Click on that link. Click on Download. Because it's an executable file, it's going to give you this warning message, but I downloaded it, it's no problem. Okay. That's about it. When we download it, that's what the file looks like. And on to the next lesson. Okay, I've opened up Blender. Get rid of that. Delete that. Delete. Let's go up to File here. And we want to import. And we want to go to my drive, find the file, and that's the file we need to import. And go ahead and import it. Alright, it is imported. Let's go ahead and see what we can see here. I am going to delete these vertices. I don't think you have to, but I'm going to. Alright, let's shrink it down. Try to align those propellers horizontally as best we can. We'll go to X first. Keyboard A to select all. Let's go to our rotation tool on the left hand side. Get those propellers as close to being horizontal as possible. Go Y, make sure they're there. Okay, everything looks good. Let's go to Z axis. Let's deselect all of our propellers. Deselect them. Hold the shift and click. Now that once they're deselected, we can save our body. We'll export it. Go to Export, gltf. We need to go there. Make sure it's embedded. Selected objects. And we'll just call this body and import it. And on to the next lesson. Okay, let's go ahead and select everything that we want to delete. Now hit the delete key. Okay, we got our plane propeller. Let's go ahead and right click that. Right click it. And set our origin to geometry. Okay, let's go to X. Let's go to our rotate tool. Rotate it to where it's more centered. That's close. Okay, let's go to our Y axis. Try to center that. It's not easy. I'm having a tough time with this. I don't know why, but I guess it's just because it's me. Well, anyway. Oh, not quite. Well, come on. All right. God, okay, close enough. Let's go back to X. That looks good. Let's go back to Y. That looks good. Let's go back to X. Let's go over to our move tool. Right there, move. Let's center it. Get it centered on our X-axis. Yeah, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I'm not very familiar with this program. Okay, let's go ahead and center Y. Come on. A little more. Almost. Almost. And there it is. We got it. Cool. That looks good. Let's go ahead and move it to the line. Everything looks good. Okay, let's go to Z-axis. Shrink it down a bit. Let's go to our rotate tool. Check it out. See if it looks all right. Well, that looks pretty darn good. We could export that now. Let's go to File. File. There it is. Go to Export. Okay, let's go to where I've got it located. Make sure we're embedded. And include selected objects only. And we'll just call this plain rotor. Yeah. And export it. Okay, it is exported. And on to our next lesson. Okay, let's go ahead and select everything that we want to delete. Hit the delete key when we want to delete everything. Okay. Let's hit delete key. There's our red dot propeller. Let's go ahead and right click, set origin to geometry. Let's go to X axis. Let's go ahead and go to rotate tool and rotate it till it's looks centered. That look almost good. A hard time with this. Okay, let's go to Y axis. Do the same thing. Rotate it until it's, looks centered. Okay, that's cool. Go to X. Yeah, it looks all right. That's just a hair more. Okay, hair more. Hair more. Hair more. Okay. We went to our move tool. Now we're going to move it. Our X to the center. Move the Y to the center on our move tool. All right, it's centered. Getting pretty good at this. Let's check it. Let's go ahead and move it to the red line. Let's double check everything. Oh, hair off. Let's go back to our rotate tool. Rotate it till it's dead on. Or as dead on as I can get it, which is close enough. Okay. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and go to Z. Shrink it down. Let's go to our rotate. That looks good. All right, let's go ahead and export. Export. Okay. There we go. Go to where we want to export it to. Make sure that we're embedded. Include only selected objects. And we'll call this red dot rotor. Red dot rotor, yes. Okay. I can say it faster than I can type it. Okay. Red dot rotor. Let's go to our rotate. Okay, this is why we need reality converter. Anyway, let's go ahead and select all the gltf files we need to convert. Double click it. It automatically loads into reality converter if we've installed it. And there it is. So now we can go ahead and export. I want to export all. It's already going to where I want it to go. Yep. Let's go hit export. Yes. Okay. It is exported. Close that out. Let's go ahead and select our usdz 3D files for motion when we use motion. Okay, they're all selected, and now it's on to the next lesson. All right, let's go ahead and open up motion. Let's go ahead and go to Final Cut Generator. We'll set it to 60 FPS and open. Let's go to Inspector. Get rid of group, or let's go to our highlight group. Let's import and highlight our USD files that we made from Reality Converter and import them. Yep, now they're imported. Let's make sure they're all selected. Cool. And we go to original size. Go to properties and type in 600. Not 6,600. Okay, 600. Let's go to group. Let's go ahead and click on this cursor looking thing and set our anchor point. Let's move it up. Alright, anchor point is set. And I think we're ready to go on to or let's set it back, our next lesson. Well, okay. Let's go ahead and turn the camera on, switch to 3D. Let's select our plane rotor. Let's go to, I like camera. It makes things a lot easier. Let's move this to where we can see it better. All right, I can see it better. Enlarge it. Enlarged, okay. Now let's go ahead and move that to here, get as close to the center of that well as we possibly can. Yes, as close as we can. And almost there. Yep, we got it. Okay, let's go change to perspective. And let's move this up with that little arrow into the well. Okay, that looks close. Let's go ahead and check our rotation. Let's add a rate to that. 2000 sounds good. A rate, okay, and we'll type in 2000. Okay, 2000. Yep, it's rotating. All right, let's look at it. Looks good, sort of good. Let's go back to top view. Stop it. Yes, stop. And let's go ahead and duplicate our plane rotor. Just duplicate it. There it is, duplicated. Let's move it up there. Get it as close to that well in the center as we possibly can. Okay, let's start it again. Let's see if we can get it more. Let's move it to the center, make it a bit bigger. Or not quite right. Let's make it bigger. Move it up just a hair. Okay, that looks good. Looks good. Looking good. All right. All right, it's rotating. Rotating, yes it is. Okay. Now we're at top view again, with our camera. Let's sort of center it up a little bit. Stop it. And let's go ahead and go to the red dot. We'll move that and get that in that well as close to center in that well as we possibly can, as close as we can. Okay. Perspective. I want to move it up into the well. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll try that. Go to Properties, Y rotation. Okay, it's rotating. We'll go ahead and add a rate. We want to add minus 2,000 to this particular prop. Okay, 2,000. Okay, we got it. Let's play it. Yeah, it's rotating. Let's see what it looks like. A little bit off. We'll need to stop it. Bring it down just a hair. Take another look at it. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it looks really good. Okay. Let's go back to the top view. Top. Okay. Let's go ahead and stop it. Let's go ahead and duplicate. Okay, we got a copy, we got a duplicate. Let's move it over to this well here. Get it as close to the center as we possibly can. It's pretty damn close. Go to perspective, check it out. And let's move it around, see how close we are to where we need to be. Maybe adjust it slightly. Just slightly. Okay, we got it. Let's play it. Let's check it out. Check it out. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, let's go back to top view. That's looking good. Let's go to camera and just delete it. We don't need our camera anymore. We're done with the camera. Okay. No more camera. Back here. We'll go ahead and reset our... Okay, that looks good. Change our scale. And on to the next lesson. Okay, let's go ahead and scale this down a bit. Let's go ahead and publish our scale. Let's go ahead and publish our opacity. Let's publish this rate. Publish. Publish. Next one. Publish. Publish. This is actually the easy part. Okay. And yeah, okay, that's what we want. We want to publish that. Publish that. And publish that. Okay, we got all that published. Everything's published so far that we're going to publish. Let's go back to our group. Let's go to properties. I want to move it left and right, so we'll add it to a rig, create a new rig, add it to a slider, and we'll call this move FPV left, right. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. All right, on our first blue ball, we'll move it all the way to the left. Second blue ball, we'll move it all the way to the right. I went off the screen. Sorry about that. Oh, there you go. All the way to the right. And put it back in the middle. 50%. Back in the middle. And I want to go to group, but I kind of got lost here. Got lost. Need to go to FPV group. And I'm not, I don't know. It's just stupid, I think. Okay. We want group. Okay, group. We want to move it up and down. Add that to the rig. Add it to the rig. Rig. New slider. And we'll call this move FPV up, down. Okay, on the first blue ball, we move it all the way up. Second white blue ball, we move it all the way down. Check it out. Looking good. Let's recenter it. Just type in 50, 50. There it is, centered. All right, let's go back to our FPV group. And we'll go to Z rotation and add that to the rig. New slider. New slider. Okay, and we'll just call it rotate FPV on Z-axis. Okay. The first 0 is good. We put 360 as maximum. We'll type in 360 there. Test it out. Yeah, it's rotating on the Z-axis. Okay. Let's go back to our group. Let's scale it up a bit so we can see what we're doing. All right. Let's go to Y. Add that to the rig. Add it to new slider. And want to move our Y-axis. Our maximum will be 360. Already at 0 at the start. Go to the end. Type in 360. Yeah, 360. And let's test this out. Yeah, test it out. Yeah, it looks good. It's rotating on the Y-axis. Okay, let's go back to our group. Let's go to X. Move the slider. And I know right now it says Z-axis, but I'll change it. Not to worry. That's going to be 360 as our maximum. Go to our next blue ball. Type in 360. And test it out. Yep, it is working. How cool is that? Pretty damn cool. Okay. Let's go publish that one. Publish that one. Publish that one. Publish. And last but not least, publish. Okay, let's go to project. Project. And that's what our publish parameters look like. We could sort of test them out, make sure everything's working. Looking good. Yep. So far, so good. Scale's working. This opacity, I'm sure that's working. Oh yeah, no problem. All right, we're good to go. Okay, our project is done. I've changed all my descriptors. I don't know, make it more easy for me to follow. Now I want to save as, I'm going to save it as finished DJI drones, publish it. This little swirling thing here will tell me what my progress is. So far my progress is pretty slow. We'll watch this. It's very interesting to watch progress. Progress is interesting. Okay. Well, we're more than halfway there. It's pretty fast. Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just a few more seconds and our progress will be done. All right, it's done. All right, let's go to close this out. We'll go to Final Cut Pro. We'll go over to titles and whatever, and we'll find our new project. There it is, right there. Q on the keyboard. Bring it down the timeline. All right. Yep, rotating. Let's check everything out. Oop. Let's go here. Yep. Moves left, right. It's rotating on the Z-axis. Okay, that's working. I guess that's the Y-axis. That's working. And X-axis. That's working. Pretty damn cool. Okay, let's check out. Yeah, we can change the opacity. Scale. We can scale that sucker all the way up. Everything's working. Cool. We're done. We are done. Bye-bye.